Do you know if you're a collaborator? Not all of us are collaborators. That is, our need to be on top, to be number one, and to produce the most sometimes supersedes everything else. And while that can be good, sometimes it is not so good. Let me tell you about a story I learned from Jim Tamm, who is probably the best known labor negotiator, has negotiated the most number of cases, he says, in the state of California for the school system between teachers, the government, and school boards. And what he talks about is research that he learned from Purdue University, where studies were being conducted on chickens. It seems chickens are similar to human behavior in some ways. So egg production can be suppressed in chickens with aggressive chickens. Watch this clip.
And Bill was looking into the differences between groups of collaborative chickens. These were just chickens that got along well with each other. I call them the green zone chickens. And there were no star performers in their group. They were just nice to each other. And so we oftentimes see among the chickens, and that is that the star performers become the stars, not by being so good themselves, but by suppressing the egg production of the other chickens. Now, I call these more aggressive star performers the red zone chickens.
Take a look at what the impact would be on breeding collaboration instincts into chickens.
So Bill was trying to see if it's possible to breed collaborative instincts into chickens, and if so, what would be the impact of that on their egg production? So we had all the green zone chicken groups over there and the red zone chicken groups over there. There. This is a picture of the green zone chickens. They were healthy and productive. Now the next picture is what was left of the red zone chickens. And I say it's what was left of them because more than half of the red zone chickens had been murdered by their colleagues.
Now let me ask you a question. Are you struggling with productivity at work? Could it be that you have red zone chickens on your teams or in management who are diminishing the production of the green zone chickens? Why is this important? Well, you can't really compete externally if you can't first collaborate internally. There's an openness to possibilities that's needed, a promise we make to ourselves for what might be possible. Remember the movie, The Yes Man? Well, here's a clip, just to remind us how important it is to shift how we think.
You say no to life, and therefore you're not living. The word is yes, Carl.
And yes, there's a cost to existing in the red zone. We see that in our political world all the time, don't we? The costs are huge. Unfortunately, we don't know the full extent of the costs, but we watch, we observe, and we wonder how things get done, if at all. So what can you do? Well, you can manage your own defensiveness by first acknowledging that defensiveness comes from fear. Fear about, are you questioning my significance? Fear that you may be questioning my competence. Fear that you may be questioning my likability. So after you acknowledge your fear, then second, know your warning signs for when you're becoming defensive. Like, are you breathing faster, talking louder, feeling put upon by another person? And then third, act by slowing down your breathing, looking at your own negative thoughts, and reshaping it into something more positive, reframing it, pausing to reflect, apologizing, and starting over. Green zone is where we want to live, but so often we find ourselves enmeshed in a red zone environment, and we need to learn how to navigate and how to live in that, and then shift into that green zone.